I would just say he's selfless and completely bought in to the football team in terms of doing anything he can do to make the football team better. Whether it's leading through his actions, the way he plays, picking up a teammate. He makes all the checks on defense, helping guys learn the defense. He's a great teammate.
Cignetti pumped up about the Hoosiers coming into the 2025 season. Welcome to Season 3 of Indiana Sports Connection. Let's get into it.
Pretty simple. I win. Basketball is a way of life in Indiana that many people will never understand.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this community. We are back. We are going to talk about today the Indiana Hoosiers football team, everything that's going on with the team, where it's going to go this year, and we will reveal my three big things that I think this team is gonna have to do in three different areas of the team that I think will have to be at the level they were last year or improve, and we'll talk about those things. And I got about 4 clips lined up of Curt Cignetti, what he said in that last kind of press conference, getting towards the end of training camp here, and Indiana's starting to shift their focus now. This is a game week. Saturday, there's games on today, all day, and next Saturday, it's going to be college football is going to be coming at us, and the Indiana Hoosiers will be playing the old dirty Dominion down there, and I'll be there for it. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. But first, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you for being here. This is Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor. First edited video I've made in a while, but do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I do have one more of these sweatshirts. I bought 2 of them last year, gave one of them away. A really, really awesome sweatshirt. So you subscribed and you're entered to win the sweatshirt. Those sweatshirts are like $85 and I get them at Rally House. That one's a large. I'll send it to you. I got the receipt. So if you want to go to Rally House and exchange it, go there, get whatever you want. So happy to be back. So happy to be back and be talking about the Hoosiers. And 10% of the AdSense revenue on this channel goes to T2T.org. Thank you. Without the veterans, we are nothing. And also, the videos are brought to you by Grassmasters. At Grassmasters, we tailor your experience to your individual lawn. I'm not going to sell you a huge package early in the year for $1,500 or $2,000. I will tailor the experience month by month. We will work on the lawn together. If you're sick of looking at those weeds and you're tired of that tall grass and you're just sick of being covered in grass and you hate getting out there in the heat and mowing the lawn, text or call Grassmasters today at 863-397-3518. Experienced Turfgrass experts. Call or text Aaron today. And it's super simple. Just if you send me your address, send whatever. I use satellites, use that. I can check out the lawn. If it's really bad, I will definitely come by and check it out. But if you are in the Fort Wayne area and you need your lawn mowed or you need lawn services, text or call Aaron today. Thank you so much for without further ado, let's get into talking about the Indiana Hoosiers. All right. Hillbilly Monkey. Hillbilly Monkey's had some work done here. So you want to tell him what you, he's 75 years old and maybe he had a little plastic surgery here. So, got his eyes done. He got his eyebrows done. So, he's got like a totally different look going on. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I know what you're going to say. That all this being on here and talking about the Hoosiers is going to my head.
Well, it is going to your head. You're spending money on your face. So it is going to your head. It's a little bit different now. Like I'm standing up now. I do everything standing up. I got a stand-up mower. Used to be a stand-up comedian. I got a stand-up bicycle. I'm doing everything standing up now. Sitting is the new smoking. But let's get into talking about the Hoosiers. I got a lot of things lined up here. Thank you so much for joining me today. And look, it's football today. There's a game on at noon. And coming on in just a little bit. So happy to have the sports back. Who was Curt Cignetti talking about in that clip earlier? We will reveal that in just a little bit because that's one of the clips we're going to play. Let's first talk about the big 3 things, and then we'll get into a clip where he is talking about Mendoza, because this brings me to my first point. The first thing is Mendoza has to get rid of the ball. Mendoza, one thing I think that when I think about last season that Curtis Rourke did so well, and he did not get negative plays on first or second down. Now, I mean, later on when we played teams that were blitzing us like crazy, and Illinois is going to blitz Mendoza like crazy. These first 3 games, I don't want to say they're throwaway games. We got to be prepared for all the games. But the first really big game against Illinois, they're going to put pressure. So Mendoza, he's been known as kind of a gunslinger, kind of a guy. I've heard that term. Every time I hear that term, I think of Brett Favre. He's known as a guy that likes to fit the ball into tight windows and that type of thing. I'm just saying that he's got to be, I'm sure Signetti will really work with this dude and really try to get him to understand. But first and second down is your best friend, really, to make third down easier. And that's what Indiana did last year. Here's Cignetti on Mendoza and what he had to say. He'll be the one to roll it.
Well, they're all different people, so they're all different. And he's got a skill set, and you guys can evaluate his skill set during the course of the season. I'm not going to give away any secrets. Of course, everybody's watched his Cal tape, so they understand who he is. He's a big guy that's very mobile, got a quick whip, got good velocity on the ball, and can really drive it. So, he's done a nice job of learning the offense, and still not perfect, but nobody out there is.
But, yeah, he's going to be fine. I don't think we're going to be upset. This dude is a big dude. He moves better than Curtis Rourke. I mean, we know Curtis Rourke had the injury last year, but big dude, moves well. But just coming in and being a totally unknown, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. You just don't know what to expect. And Curtis Rourke had such a good year. I mean, one good thing to know is Mendoza played with a bad offensive line, and he played in the Power 5, played for Cal, where Curtis Rourke, coming from Ohio, was more of a question mark, like, can he move up? Can he do these things at the next level? That will be yet to be seen. But Mendoza has experience playing in big-time stadiums, big-time games. But he's got to watch the turnovers, and he's got to stay on schedule on first and second down. Now, moving on to the next thing, the running back room. And I have great faith, but until we see it on the field and we see it take off for itself, it's just hard to know, because here's what's happened. Tyson Lawton and Justice Ellison, they're gone. Black is still on the team, and I don't know if he'll still be the third string. Black seems to think that we have a great group coming in here because he's in the running back room every day. There was an paragraph from the Herald Times. The Hoosiers rushed for more than 2,000 yards for the first time since 2015 and scored more rushing touchdowns, 37 last year, than they did in the 2 previous seasons combined. Justice Ellison and Tyson Lawton were the first running back duo with 10-plus rushing touchdowns in program history. I know it's a whole new regime, it's a whole new thing, but we saw 2 running backs last year do something that no running backs in the history of Indiana football have ever done. And I mean, that's across the board what we saw Indiana do was something that Indiana had never done. Roman Hemby coming in and Lee Beebe Jr., Black still in the running back room. This is what he had to say about these 2 guys and what they're doing here at Indiana so far. And Black, he's getting no credit. I thought this dude looked really good in a lot of different spots, but it was just like Justice Ellison had such an amount of juice, and Lawton that kind of stole the spot from him. But just so you know, Black is a 6-year senior who's played for Signetti his entire career. In 40 games, 16 starts, he has 2,126 all-purpose yards playing for Curt Cignetti. What Black has to say, those guys just push me to be better each and every day, Black said. Taking no days off, no plays off, everything on the field means more. It's honestly going to make you a better player. This year, the guys we brought in, they're going to push you every single day. They are great backs, a lot of experience. It's going to be a competition for sure. The thing about Hemby, he is tore up the Indiana Hoosiers when he played for Maryland and they played against Indiana. So this dude, we know him. We know he can break it for the big one. He's got that juice. I just think Ellison, he was such a bright light, a smiling face. He was a dude interviewed and really brought a lot of juice. So it's a whole new group of guys, but And you can't recreate any team like you did last year. Will this group of running backs be able to do? Because Indiana really ran the ball really, really well. And that's what really kind of opened everything up for them. And they got the receivers coming back. E.J. Williams, Surratt. They got a lot of guys coming back. So that's it. So quarterback, running back. I mean, that might seem obvious there. And on the defense, I see more return. I feel like the defense has a lot better chance because they have leadership at a lot of the different positions. Aiden Fisher, Pons is a remarkable player at 5'9", 175 pounds. Pons may make it into the NFL. And then Kamara on the line coming back. The defense, I think, is going to be a lot better. Not a lot better, but just they have a lot more of the stalwarts back on defense that you can say, yeah, like they're going to be able to make it happen. So, and then my third thing is just the offensive line. And I know in some of these clips here that we'll get into, he talks about leadership. He talks about all these things. Pat Coogan coming from Notre Dame, coming from a place in Indiana that has like, biggest amount of, in the state of Indiana, like prestige, even if you hate Notre Dame, it's got a ton of prestige. That dude is the one that Signetti talks about, his leadership and everything like that. And so, the offensive line with these guys, new guys that got coming in, will they be able to take that next step forward against Illinois? That's going to be, and we'll talk about that, that's still 4 weeks away. But watching how this offensive line is able to perform in these first 3 games. And look, a lot of people ripping on the Indiana schedule. I want to bring up this point because it's a point that needs to be made. Like, I know the SEC just announced that they're going to change their schedules and everything, and that might be the way it is going forward for Indiana. But these 3 teams, Old Dominion, Indiana State, Kennesaw State, I think those are the 3 teams that play. Early in the season, these teams are as healthy as they'll ever be. That's how Notre Dame gets beat by like a Marshall or beat by like a bad team like Northern Illinois. These teams are as fresh as they're going to be. They're as pumped up as they're going to be the entire season. College football is a wonky thing where there is no preseason. You see all the professional players that play, but so anything can happen in these first 3 games. So get your tickets like I did. Get your ass down there, okay? Like Signetti is making a big push. Sell out these first 3 games and stay at the stadium, Stay at the stadium. And look, it's not like the old days. I think they sell beer in there now, so stay in there, you know what I mean? Don't go out in the parking lot and hang out after halftime. All right, so I just have to say that because Signetti is pushing for that big time, but let's get into this next clip and then we will talk about it. But he talks about leadership and Chiefs and Indians and all that type of thing. And I love that he said that because it's a term I use all the time. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. But Hillbilly Monkey, let's roll it.
They're not satisfied. And they know what the expectation level and the standard is and how we do things. And every year you got new leadership. And the best leaders lead through their actions, not their words. And they lead daily. And you got to earn it every single day. So we got a lot of good leader-type guys on this football team. You don't need too many Chiefs. You got to have Chiefs and Indians. But I like the sort of the potential for this team to develop kind of the intangibles that become important during the course of the season.
I like what he said there. Develop the intangibles during the season. I mean, you're going to grind it away in these first 4 weeks. That's how the team's going to develop. We just talked about it a second ago. It's college football. There's no preseason. There's no nothing. So these first 3 weeks, anything can happen. Michigan's been beat by Appalachian State, so it's definitely possible for Indiana to get beat by, a lot of these teams like Indiana State, Old Dominion, they're going to be coming in here. We're playing a team now. Indiana's totally different. They're a team that was in the playoff. They're viewed totally different by some of these teams that are coming in, where maybe in the past they're like, we've not been that good. I think we all know that. I don't think that's not been well documented. Clip 4 here, he talks about what you really want to do in training camp, what the purpose of it is, and Hillbilly Monkey, let's roll that clip.
Right. So, what we're really trying to do is improve our focus, our concentration, our urgency, our communication, how we react, respond, identify what's going on out there, technique, and then being able to turn it off and play the next play, rip off the rearview mirror and do it from first play practice to last play, or a game also. And then the more guys you get doing that, the better you become as a team.
I put this clip in here because I always thought there's a clip of Bob Knight, and he's like, mainly, and this is what I've always thought about sports in general, mainly what sports is like, can you keep your concentration? Can you concentrate when somebody's screaming in your face? Can you concentrate when everything is wild around you? A person who, the general, that's how you prepare people for war. I mean, a lot of crazy things are going to be going on around you. You need to be able to block out all that noise and just concentrate at the task at hand and not think about anything else. Everybody knows I play a lot of golf. It's all mental. Okay. I've been watching that Cowboys documentary. Let the mind control the body. Don't let the body control the mind. Let the mind control the body, fellas. And then the clip at the beginning, who was Curt Cignetti talking about? I think probably most people know. Leave your comments down below. Who did you think it was? And Hillbilly Monkey, let's roll that clip. Roll it.
Rather than saying he's a high quality player, that's something that he's done.
I would just say he's selfless and completely bought in to the football team in terms of doing anything he can do to make the football team better, whether it's leading through his actions, the way he plays, picking up a teammate. He makes all the checks on defense, helping guys learn the defense. He's a great teammate.
And this dude's the heart and soul of the Indiana team. Aiden Fisher, this dude is going to just be a catalyst this year. I can't wait to watch this guy play his senior year. He said it there. I mean, he's just like, I've watched a lot of clips of this guy. He's just always talking, always encouraging. He's just one of those dudes. It's just like, he's just a great player. Like just a mature guy for his age and where he's at. And I think he's just happy as hell to be playing at Indiana, and he got to play in the playoff, and then they're going to have another shot at it this year. But where this is one, bring it up there, Hillbilly Monkey. I see the Hoosiers right here in this getting some respect. I mean, 10-2 and 7-2 in the Big Ten. I mean, a lot of people got them losing to Oregon and Penn State. Iowa, Illinois, those are going to be really big games. Can they be competitive? But I don't want to get the cart too far before the horse. We kind of got to look at this first quarter of the season. That's how the NFL season, I like to break it down. But you look at these first 4 games. I mean, I know it's not a quarter of the season, but these first 4 games, Indiana's got to come out 4-0 after they beat Illinois. And then it's on like Donkey Kong. We'll talk more about Illinois and these games as they get, and we'll talk more about Old Dominion this week as like all of this stuff is going to get, well, it's going to be a game week. It's just going to, the revolving door of content has started, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about this Indiana team. Tell me what you think their record's going to be. And I will pick one of the comments and you will win the sweatshirt. And so happy to be back. So happy to be making videos again. And I'm so happy sports is back. And I'm so happy that you're here with me. And Hillbilly Monkey, what do you think about the Hoosiers in 2025?
Carved from the sands of the Wabash River and formed into a monkey lamp that's sold at Home Goods. It's the Hillbilly Monkey Perspective on Indiana Sports Connection.
Well, the main thing the whole time, and maybe this is just because I got an old-timers mentality, but it's because The defense has got to be what wins these games. That's what kept them into games last year against Michigan State, against some of the other teams. They had a bad quarter here, but when your defense holds and then you're able to run the ball and control the clock, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Will this happen with the Hoosiers this year? We're going to have to wait and see. But I know one thing. Curt Cignetti is going to have these guys prepared. They're going to make a hell of a statement probably coming out in these first games. And you can just tell he's never satisfied. And it's exactly what you want to see from people getting it done out there like they never done before.
Well said. Well said. And your makeup looks great. You know, you got the Botox, you got the new eyebrows, everything. You look fantastic, I gotta say. You know, but thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.